Good morning. Today I've got two tips to help you save on a real estate investment. This could either be a home purchase or it could be an investment property. And this is kind of going in line with my theme over the last week of sharing information with you on real estate and on buying a home. And these two tips that I'm going to leave you with today are: first, you want to make sure you're finding a good realtor, and that's a realtor that is a good match for you. The second is that you want to question all of the closing costs associated with a home purchase, either a home that you're going to live in or an investment property. So I'm going to get into both of these in a little more detail. First, the realtor. There are many different kinds of realtors, and if you want to find one that matches you well, you need to understand yourself first, and you might need to try a few different ones before you really land on someone that you vibe with well. So for instance, if you're someone that doesn't react to pushy people very well, then you probably don't want a realtor that's really pushy, because they might either talk you into something that you don't want to do or push you to do something that you don't necessarily want to do. And you could end up buying a property that you don't really want, but you're being convinced that this is a good idea. By the same token, if you're someone who needs someone to kind of push you to do stuff, otherwise you won't, maybe that's someone that you want. Also, if maybe if you're not responding to someone who's a little more aggressive, you want a realtor that's a little bit more empathetic. You can find someone like that you match up well with, right? That is kind of more on your side. Now, keep this in mind, all realtors work for you, and so they should be on your side. But you need to make sure that you're matching the personality well. Otherwise, the home search could be a painful process, and you don't want it to be that way. You want it to be fun. The second tip is you need to question all the closing costs that are laid before you when it comes to closing. The reason why this is important is it comes from a number of different places. It comes from the title company, it comes from your lender. Some of it is going to be paid for out of pocket by you, like we had talked about earlier, if you're doing a home inspection. And I'm not saying that these closing costs are junk. They're very legitimate. Examples are like title insurance, which ensures that the title isn't actually held by somebody else. All these costs are legit. But if you go to a few different vendors and you take all of those closing costs and you do an apples to apples comparison, there may be a few of them who say to you, you know what, we can probably reduce that or we can scratch that off the list in order to make themselves more competitive. And if you do this, you could save hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars on your closing costs when it comes time to buy. I know that real estate is a emotional topic. It's an exciting one too because it's a place to live or a place to invest in that you can, physically, tangibly put your hands on. So please post a question or a comment. Send me a private message if you want to talk about it privately. I always enjoy reading your comments. It's a great topic. And until next time, I wish you unlimited success.